Hello, hello everybody. Uh, Today we are going to learn about commerce terms. First, we will learn what do you mean by business. Business is an activity to earn or to gain or to get the profit. We are doing the business for the purpose of getting the profit. Or an organizations or enterprises entity engaged in a commercial, industrial or professional activities, that is called as a business. Next, basic requirements to start a business. We need to run a business, we need a man and money, material and machinery. Next, we will learn what is business transaction. There are two types of business transaction. One is cash transaction and another one is credit transaction. Cash transaction, it means where we buy some goods or materials, will pay amount immediately in the form of cash, is called as a cash transaction. Credit transaction means credit transactions, if you buy some goods or materials from distributors or dealers, we will pay amount after some certain days, that is called as a credit transactions. We will going to promise them to give, or we'll promise them to pay after some days. Next coming is what is capital. Capital, it is the amount invested by a proprietor in his business when he is starting a business. Suppose we are starting a new garment shop. We are investing 1 lakh 2 lakh rupees, that is called as a capital amount. Next coming is drawings. It is the amount drawn from the proprietor for his personal expenditure from the business. What do you mean by liability? Liability means it is a payable amount to somebody. It is a loan, current liability, short-term loans, creditors, payable bills 1 year within, that is called as a liability. Non-current liability, there are two types of liabilities. One is current liability and another one is non-current liability. Non-current liability means long-term loans. Next, there are two types of assets. One is current asset and another one is non-current asset. First one is current asset, means the amount is going to immediately into cash, that is called as a within a short period, that is called as a current assets. Bank balance, products can be sold within a short period, that is called as a current assets. Non-current assets means we use for a business like a building, machinery, land, vehicles, computers, furnitures. These are called as a non-current assets. It cannot be converted into immediately into cash, that is called as a non-current assets. Next, fixed assets types. One is tangible asset and another one is a intangible asset. Tangible asset means we can see and touch, like a building, machinery, land, vehicles, computers, furnitures are called as a tangible assets. We can see and touch. Intangible asset means business gained by a goodwill, business, business trademarks, business patents, business copyrights are called as a intangible assets. These cannot be seen, but it is there as a goodwill. Next, capital. Capital, money or money worth of products invested by the proprietor in the business is called as a capital. Capital equal to assets minus liability. When he, in the beginning he invested a sum of the amount, after 1 year if you wanted to close it, what will be his profit, or how to calculate means capital equal to assets minus his liabilities. Assets means proprietor properties of a owner owned by the concern to run the business. Assets equal to liability plus capital. Land, building, furniture, vehicles, good stock, cash, goodwill, debitor, etc. That is called as a asset. Liability. Liability means claims of others against the business. Liability equal to assets minus capital. Loan borrowed, bank OD, credit, bills payable, outstanding expenses, etc. Solvent. What do you mean by solvent? A trader is said to be solvent when he is pay his liabilities in full. Assets is greater than liability. Insolvent means a trader is said to be insolvent when he is not able to pay his liability in full. Liabilities are greater than the assets. Goods. Goods in business terms, goods means commodities or articles or such other things in which trader deals. Goods are purchased and sold generally at a profit. What do you mean by sales? Goods which are sold in the business are called as a sales. What do you mean by sales returns? Return in words. Return from the customers. Goods returned to a business by its customer out of his sales already made to them is called as a sales returns. It may be any reason. Yeah, product uh, has a defective, for that the customer may return. Purchase. Purchase means goods purchased by the from the distributor is called as a purchase. Purchase returns. Return outwards, return to suppliers. When you buy some goods from the distributors, if they come defective, will return to distributor. That is called as a purchase return. Opening stock. Unsold stock laying in the business at the beginning of a given period. That is called as a opening stock. Closing stock. Unsold goods laying in a business at the end of the any given period is called as a closing trust. Discount. Discount, it is a deduction or allowance given to customers or debtors. That is called as a discount. In discount, first one comes cash discount. It is an allowance or deductions made from the amount due. The creditors allow it to the debtors to induce a debtors to make a payment promptly. Credit discount. Credit discount means it is an allowance or a deduction made from the invoice price or catalog price of a good sold to manufacturer, allows it to wholesaler or wholesaler to the retailer. Debitors. A person who owes a money or something to us is called as our debitor. Creditor means a person to whom we money or something is called our creditor. Credit. Credit means the amount owed to an amount for the benefit given to that amount is in the belief that its value will be returned at the later date. That is called as a credit. In next classes we will going to study about what do you mean by drawings, expenses, and some more of the business commerce terms. Thank you one and all.